Alright guys, check this out. Look how nice these knife handles turned out to look. Sorry about the color change, my phone is doing this automatically. There's a whole lot of yellow and then a whole lot of blue, and it changes. Literally just got done shaping this one this afternoon. This is still a pretty rough shape. I got a lot of grinding to do here in the bolster. Fine grinding now with the sandpaper and to get some of these scuff marks out and stuff, but the handle is pretty well shaped and sanded down to a pretty, I got a little bit more to do, but down to a 320 grit. This one is still in the shaping. This one's still pretty blocked off. Not rounded off at all, but I got a lot of these surfaces pretty much ground flat. And we'll go and start detailing this and then rounding off these super square edges. These are actually pretty sharp right now. Couple thoughts getting back into this. As you guys know, I've been gear reviewing and other stuff. If you check back in my past videos and the other stuff that I do, just kind of getting back into different kinds of things, because you gotta keep your hands busy, right? So on that last note, I did try to buy some LED bulbs, and I put them in my ballasts up on my ceiling, and they blew them both. So I put the old ones back in, and they worked out great. So I don't know exactly what's going on with all that, or they didn't. I guess they didn't blow them, but they didn't work. These LED bulbs, these are Sylvania. Whatever. For 100K LED, 32 watt, 48 inch T8 replacements, 220 or 2,200 lumens. They just didn't work. Anyways, this is the bench setup I got right now, just for shaping these knives. I got crap everywhere. I got brand new drill bits back here. Of course, Menards was having a super sale, and anything you could fit in a green bag. Green bag back there. Right there. Anything you can fit in that green bag, you got 15% off. So I restocked all of my sandpaper all the way up. So my sandpaper is getting a little scarce after just one of these knives. Zoom back out here. All this sandpaper, all these pieces, used for just that one. I got still some back here in the background that aren't used, but they're kind of for the backing prep, making these flat and such, to epoxy the handles on. Another thing I did recently, check this out. My curiosity of all this new rage and rave about river tables and river this and river that and live edge, and getting back into woodworking and getting into this knife making of using stabilized burl wood on the bottom and epoxy resin with color fill and metal flake and stuff like that for the top for really cool knife scales. I looked into just running down to Hobby Lobby. I saw some YouTube videos about this. I've been watching some of this stuff for a long time, and rings and glow rings and all this different kinds of stuff you can do with this epoxy casting resin, which is the exact same stuff in the knife scales. Got this kit from Hobby Lobby. I used maybe a third of it. It's the big boy kit. Definitely didn't stir it enough because it is kind of cloudy on the sides, but maybe that's just a polishing issue. Haven't even cut it yet, really. Got a pretty significant bump where I put the cast in, and both this project turned out really nice, and you can see the rocks. You can see some bubbles. It's pretty clear right now, but sharp uplifted edges around the outside. This whole thing's going to get sanded smooth with all the same grits that I'm doing with the knife to make it absolutely perfect, and then polished at the end. And the cloudiness won't be there on the top, and the cloudiness hopefully won't be there on the sides either, but I was thinking either for, just like a nice centerpiece dish, or a catch-all, a place where you toss your wallet and keys and cell phone when you're crawling in bed on your nightstand. Kind of made this from Lake rocks from Lake Superior from one of our trips. We grabbed a plastic bottle that was just floating right there in the water, getting washed up on the beach, and we filled it with sand and brought it home and let it all dry out for a couple months. And so that's why there's still some bubbles in there. But this is another exciting project where I'm going to grind all this smooth, and this is a project, and this knife handle thing has been a project where I wanted to bring you guys with, I wanted to bring everybody with, and bring everybody along, and show the whole process, but I mean, there's so many variables and so much setup and so much to do just to try to get back into the swing of things and figure out which way I need the shop set up, and figuring out tool alignment and the dust collection, and there's so much going on here. And these two builds, especially this one with the knife scales, for two different family members, and two different paring knife kits from knifekits.com. They're Damascus kitchen knives. It was very special to me. It's a very, very special project. I wanted to do really good on it. And this one, this River Rock table or centerpiece set, I don't think I'd make it a hot pad. I don't think I'd set hot stuff on a hot pad, but it's turned out pretty sweet. And this is turning out pretty sweet too. What I wanted to bring you guys with, but I just absolutely I couldn't. There's so much going on. I had to work when I could. Went to a hockey game the other night, watching Sweet Baby Ray every day, just like every other day, and trainings and everything else that's going on. It's just too much to make videos, especially now that I don't have that YouTube video editor app in the books. I can't piece together small little videos and make a nice little video. I can just show you guys updates as I'm going through different projects and piece by piece by piece little videos. So upgraded sandpaper, upgraded drill bits, got a whole bunch more stuff from Menards. Basic stuff, and getting back into so many different, absolutely different skill sets and craftsmanship angles. I've got one vise sunk into another vise here, leather wrapped on this one to hold the blade as I'm doing some sculpting. I'm using just a quick clamp and a slab of leather to do some of the flattening there too. Squaring stuff off, using a mini anvil and the ball peen hammer to actually peen these bolsters on. They were peened on. Of course, I can't show you that because I can't add pictures anymore. All this stuff getting crammed back into new learning and remembering skills, relearning skills. Look at all that sandpaper. Look at those clamps. Look at all those wood clamps. You can never have enough clamps. Anyways, this is Red Chili Ray signing off. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video.